Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So y'all know how the episodes open up, right? It's the women's week, so all the women meet Tommy in the lounge. So he tells the ladies that they will meet the men's friends. Now, I'm like, okay, so the men get to meet the exes and be all up in their business. But the women get to meet their closest friends. And you know what the saying is, bros before. Okay. So I really don't like that they get to meet the closest friends. Like, I need to meet that ex too. Just like you met my ex. In the next scene, Jay is meeting up with his friend Aaron and Kiara comes to meet them. So they get to the restaurant and I'm just looking. And let me just say this. The men in Philly, do they not believe in shaving? I don't know. Everybody's face is just giving Beanie Siegel. I don't know. I don't know. Honey, that's just what it's giving me, honey. I don't know what else to say about it. Do you hear me? But anywho, the friends seem nice, child, so we just gonna go with it. Kiara sits down. She brings up how Jay told her about him being in an 11-year relationship. And she was just like, what do you think about that? So the friend went ahead and co-signed that Jay wanted that relationship despite whatever his homeboys had to say. Because they was all like, you too young. You just got out of high school. Now you finna go get in an 11-year relationship. You don't need all that. Because see, they be wanting you to be in the streets with them. Okay? But I am happy that Jay was strong-willed enough to say, I'm gonna go through with it. So then Kiara was like, well, I mean, they could have been breaking up, getting back together. That don't mean nothing. Now, they did break up a few times. But he said them being together for 11 years showed that he wanted to make it work. Sometimes you're stuck in toxic cycles. So it doesn't always, it's just that person is familiar. And then finally you break that cycle and be like, you know what? Nah, I ain't coming back no more. Now, she did like the fact that he had his own mind and he didn't listen to his friends and he went ahead and was in a relationship and whatnot. So then Kiara wanted to know, what does he think about her having 3 kids and him having 2, or I think it was something like that. All in all, they were giving 5 children total. And his friend said it's giving the Brady Bunch. Okay. Then the one day when the lady met this fellow. Okay. Then y'all together. Y'all are together. So then, of course, it cannot be a Ready to Love episode without somebody bringing up them damn love languages. He was like, do you think his love language? She said, I think it's physical touch because he always trying to touch me. Not like that, but he wants to hold hands. He wants to touch my knee. He just be touching and whatnot. Now, I'm going to say that I think Jay seems like an all right guy. I feel like he has potential. I don't see him being this god-awful man. I think he can be all right. He just going to need a little tweaking. I think he all right. Moving forward. In the next scene, Tay goes to meet Cisco's friends, Zach and Q. So he's telling her that, he speaks to them more than he speaks to his family. So he speaks to them on the regular, and Tay is telling them, all the things that she likes about Cisco. And then he goes, yeah. So she said, yeah, his goals and his dreams. And, some people, they need to be by themselves, but he had everything that I wanted. So then Cisco gonna say, except a car. Yeah, except the damn car. Yeah, you don't have that. You don't have a set of wheels. No, you don't. So then she starts explaining how she reacted at first because it caught her off guard. She's at a certain status and a certain level in her life, and she wants someone that's on the same level, right? So then his little bald head brother gonna have the nerve to say, the unmitigated gall, the gumption. Because these men be having gumption. Baby, they be having damn gumption. Do you hear me? His little bald head friend gonna have enough nerve to say, well, you know what? Even though he's big and strong, he still got feelings. And the way that you reacted, you hurt his feelings. So now she's sitting up here feeling bad, talking about why I apologized to him several times for the way that I reacted. Girl, let me speak directly to you, honey. You do not owe him an apology. He is 41 years old. He is a grown damn man. Don't no woman want a man with nothing to offer or anything going for himself. That was a natural reaction. Now, I don't like how they guilted her into feeling bad about her initial response. Granted, he had a talk with Naeem and he had some times, and everybody falls on hard times. It's a hard knock life for us. Okay. I understand that. But do not guilt her into feeling bad because she had a response. So they're like, yeah, well, you know what? He's trying and he never gave up. Okay. You want a cookie? So did Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness. What does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Good for him. He does not have any business being on this show until he's stable. I said what I said and I ain't changing it. Like, please. And I know good and dang on well that I would not be reloading anybody's bus pass. And it's not just about him, because let me be serious for a second. It's not just about him not having a vehicle, okay? You don't have the transportation of it all. In Philly, I'm sure it is a public transit city. That's cool. But you also told me that you're staying in a group home or a home, or you're renting a room, something to the effect of, I cannot come and lay my wig down in your domain because you don't have one yet. So there are a lot of things that have not been taken care of before you decided to pursue a relationship. And with a woman that is making 6 figures, she should not feel bad because she felt away. I just feel like she should not feel guilty for second guessing his ambition. I'm sorry, because we always have to settle for any old thing. And we settle for looks at the least. Like, oh, well, he looked good. And so you just go with that, hoping that it'll turn into something. But men want it all. Okay, they want you cooking and cleaning and cooking. Okay, they be wanting you to do all of that. But all they have to do is just exist. And then when you get them, and let's just say she accepts Cisco for all that he has going on or lack thereof. Then if she ends up pregnant and things go left, the first thing people want to yell out is, well, you should have chosen better. But then you and your little friends get in her face and say, well, he's trying. He's a hustler. He's doing this. He's doing that. He never gave up. We're tired of falling in love with potential, honey. Sell it to the next woman who's buying it. Moving forward. In the next scene, Sam and his friend Niche. And baby Angie came in with all the energy. Do you hear me? So she comes on in, sits down until Rose came sashaying in. And then Sahara. I said, baby, Sahara is about to spaz. Do you hear me? I be waiting for Sahara to get loose. Now she got in that damn confessional talking about that she didn't like the other 2 women being there because she feels like she's never alone. They never have any one-on-one time. She's like, I don't know if he thinks he's Hugh Hefner. Sahara, this is a dating show. Cam has got to date people other than you. You're going to be fine. Okay, because you should have been at the house twice. They tried to get rid of you 2 times. You literally have 9 lives. So please just sit down, sit back, and allow things to unfold. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. Over on the other side of Philly, Deanna goes to meet Brian, who is Khalil's friend. And of course, Khalil is there as well. I'm just glad she got her assets covered up, honey, because we know how she likes to do. So then Tay joins them as well. Hey, girl. And she sits on down. Now, I personally don't see Deanna's match here. I feel like she needs an older man that's more stocky. Like, these men too small for Deanna. She need a big dog. She doesn't need these little men. They're too, I feel like Khalil could probably do a little something with her, but it just, I don't know. It's like she big and fine and she needs a man that's big and fine. It's not giving that in this pool. Okay, it's not. Back on Cam's date, his friend is telling the ladies that Cam's biggest thing is that he gives women way too many chances, knowing that he's not interested in them. Now, Cam, honey, I'm speaking directly to you. I get the intent behind it, but don't waste time. If it ain't working out, do not waste time. And she feels like he cares too much about other people's feelings. So then Rose chimes in and she's like, yeah, that's me too, because I'm a helper. So then Cam is saying that, his goal is to help you get where you want to go. Lead you to where you want to go. Well, baby, what he say that for? Angie is still waiting to excel, honey. She want to do everything for herself, by herself. She doesn't need help. Ma'am, are you ready to love? Because if you're not, I can get my son to come on in and sing the theme song. Are you ready to love? Now, he used the word lead, and y'all know she is not down for that. So then she said, well, what if I don't want your help? Well, girl, then don't take it. If you don't want the help, then don't take it. Now, as the episode went on, once we get to the ladies' lounge, I realized exactly what Angie is experiencing. And I'm going to tell y'all when we get to that part. So anywho, Rose piped up and she was like, I like to take care of my man. Are you ready to be taken care of? So then he turns around and says that he's not used to anyone taking care of him. Now, I feel like you and Angie have the same problem. She's not used to anybody being there for her, and you're not used to anybody being there for you. So the two of you have the exact same issue. Back over with Khalil and his dates. They're asking what kind of relationship guy is Khalil and, what he likes. And Deanna said, she doesn't need much from a man. If he's working and he don't call her, she don't care as long as she trusts him. Tay, on the other hand, was like, immediately no. Say what now? No, you need to call me and at least text. Now, this ain't got nothing to do with being clingy, needing reassurance. We're in a relationship. You're supposed to want to be around your person. You're supposed to want to talk to your person. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to call me. And I was just thinking, okay, and I was watching. I was thinking and I was watching. And I was trucking along until Deanna got in that confessional with that damn wig on. Deanna, you need to sound the alarm down at the firehouse on whoever did that hair. It is a 4-alarm fire. Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long and I'll be damned if I... Baby, somebody cue Beyonce. Deanna, girl, you are too pretty for that damn wig. Deanna, I wasn't going to say nothing, but I cannot let this continue. Why would you get in that confessional with that wig sitting high as sitting? Why would you do that? That's like a Halloween wig. Girl, we don't wear Halloween wigs. Keep your little finger waves. You don't need to be doing that and putting that Halloween wig on. And the person who put it on you, they know they wrong for that as well. Got you in that Halloween wig. Child threw me completely off. But now that I'm trying to get myself together, honey. Let's get back on track. Khalil was talking or something. He said something. He said he likes a woman that likes him and wants him. He don't want to be the only one. He said, look, I would rather you be more clingy than not. Now, Deanna, I for sure think that Khalil is interested in Tay. Like I said, girl, your person is not here. Now, he wanted to know if Deanna was even affectionate. And ain't. She don't seem like she likes to touch at all. Okay, you stay on your side and she stays on hers. Now, she did say that she would compromise. But again, I was distracted. I was so distracted. I just couldn't get over that wig. Ooh, child. Moving forward. Back on Cam's dates, the ladies leave and Sahara was there by herself. And she basically said she is the only right answer. Okay, he needs to choose her. Now, I do feel like Cam and Sahara are a good fit. I feel like Angie is still Miss Independent. She got her own thing and he needs to feel like he's the man. So I don't know how that's going to work. Rose isn't really showing her full self. So it's hard to read if they'll have a good relationship. So I just think it's best that he chooses Sahara. But maybe that's just me. In the next scene, Deanna is going to meet Naeem and his friend Yusuf. Baby, Deanna be towering over these short kings. Do you hear me? That friend was damn near swinging his feet. Baby, I looked underneath that table. I said, baby, is them sweet feet swinging? Child, this is a fool. So anywho, they're sitting down and then Tay shows up. Naeem is explaining how Tay, kind of walked away from him after he revealed that he had 5 kids and 3 children's mothers. Honey, she should have kept walking. She should have been straight up Mary. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Absolutely not. There is no way that I would still be sitting here in front of you after you told me you had 5 children and 3 children's mothers. I'm sorry, honey, I could barely do one. So Deanna is telling them that she did that before, mixing with 2 different children's mothers, and it did not work. One of them had their right mind and the other one did not. So then Naeem tells them that a woman doesn't need to do anything with the kids. I think he said this in a confessional. He was like, yeah, a woman ain't got to do nothing with my kids. Long as she gives to me, that's going to transfer over to my kids because I got enough for the kids, so she ain't got to worry about that. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. If you're in a relationship, she's going to eventually have to be in the children's lives. I don't know what you're talking about. That is crazy to me. I would not even want to be with a person that doesn't think their partner needs to be in relationship with their children. What if y'all get married? Then what? Like, okay, Naeem, you just saying whatever you think sounds good, child. Anyway, Tay wanted to basically know why he never married his children's mother. Now, the friend was like, the thing is, he don't trust women. As soon as he starts getting, really caught up, or if he starts to fall in love, then I've seen him self-sabotage. Now, to me, that didn't read, I don't trust women. That read, I'm scared of commitment. Every time it starts to get serious, you back up. That ain't got nothing to do with you not trusting a woman, honey. I feel like that has to do with your level of commitment, which is null and void. But the friend made it seem like he has trust issues when it comes to women. Now, as we're progressing through this conversation, Naeem reveals that he cheated, and then he went to see the lady, and then he said to himself, and his self said, huh? And he said, why you keep hurting these people? Why do you keep doing that? But I've done the work. They always talk about that and did some damn work. What work? What assignment did they give you? What work did you do? It's like as soon as they meet the next woman, all of a sudden they've done the work. But I don't know what that work is. It just sounds good. And how are you afraid to trust and you break trust by cheating? Like, what in the oxymoron? What is happening? That doesn't make any sense. In the next scene, Hussein and all his tall friends, they meet Rose. So Rose comes on in, she sits down. They wanted to know what she liked about Hussein. She's telling them that she likes Hussein and he checks all the boxes, but he does take a while to text back. I mean, this right here is not an excuse for me because people have their phones in their hands all day, B. There's absolutely no reason why I should hit you and you don't hit back. I don't want to hear it. I know that we're busy. I get it. If I text you at 8 a.m. and you respond to me around 4, that's cool. Because I understand that you work, you're an adult, you have things going on, and you shouldn't be sitting up talking to me all day through no text message. That means you don't have anything going on, and I can't be texting you all day. But if you're not texting back at all and people constantly have their phones attached to them, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I am not buying it. So then his little friend takes it to the bedroom. Why, sir? Hussein, honey, you need to correct your mans. Because why is he taking it to the bedroom? He wants to know if Rose is conservative or open-minded in the bedroom. She's like, well, I'm an action person. I'm an action woman. As long as it doesn't involve another woman, I'm good. So then his friend says, well, I'm poly, and I don't feel like you could get satisfied with one person. Oh, okay. So that's why you all in their bed. Because you poly. Okay, child. I guess that was the theme of this season because we done got rid of Fritz. Now here we go with you. So Rose said, yeah, I don't share. Honey, I know that's right. I don't share food, money, or men. It's not happening. Absolutely not. So then Angie arrives. Hey, girl. And she knows Mr. Polly. And Hussein was like, say what now? Now how she know him? Because you're a freak child, so we better get down to it. Now Angie did let it be known that she just bartended a few of his events. It's nothing like that. I don't know. I felt a little nervous energy coming from Angie. Like, please don't say nothing. I don't know. It just gave that. It gave a lot of me. But okay, we're going to go with it. So then he's sitting there looking at Hussein, Rose, and Angie. He going to say, well, what about all three of y'all? You ain't, hypothetically speaking, he wanted to know if the three of them could possibly be something. Hussein, let me find out you brought this man here for the assist. Honey, we was looking at Fritz and it's probably you. Because I'm trying to figure out why he's talking about Polly and all this other kind of stuff he's talking about. That is so crazy to even imply that. That would be so offensive to me. Honey, I know the people get sensitive these days, but please fall back, sir. And why is your friend sitting here revealing that he's a professional dom? Who cares? I don't give a damn. This is not your date. What is this? Child, that's crazy. So then Rose was like, what do y'all think Hussein can do differently? So his friend was like, well, he loves hard and fast. Okay, so he loves fast and he texts slow. Got it. Rose was eating it up. Oh my gosh, he loves hard and fast. Oh my God. I'm like, okay. Now at this moment, I was just thinking, I don't know. Rose is giving perfect answers to get chose. It's one every single season. I'm not saying I don't like Rose because I do like Rose. But something about it is just giving performative. I don't know what it is. And I personally don't see Hussein choosing Rose. But maybe that's just me. So she gets up, she leaves. Angie wants to know what she should be worried about when it comes to Hussein. Here go his friend talking about, well, he does have a high sex drive. Sir, we need to get to know him first. Not to mention, y'all don't even know the woman that you're speaking to. And how you know she want to talk about sex? And how do you know he has a high sex drive? How do you know that? Y'all, him and his little horny friends. They got a horny little group of friends. I was like, what is happening? His friends were only interested in talking about sex, and that was very inappropriate. You don't know if you made those women feel uncomfortable or what. And you know they say you are the company that you keep. So now I'm looking at Hussein sideways because why are your friends so comfortable? They should not be this comfortable. They should not be kicking off their damn shoes and relaxing their feet. Okay, please. This don't make no sense. So his friend was like, well, I will say that he's very dependable. You can call on him and he's going to answer no matter what time of day. He going to be there. She said, okay, well, why you don't answer when I call? He's talking about, well, you know what? I got to get used to it after being single so long. Plus, I knew I was going to see you today, so I was kind of letting it build. Hussein, sir, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. That is an awful excuse. At your big grown age, I'm trying to let it build. No. Absolutely not. You're seeing her one time today. That does not mean you need to go missing. I'm sorry, I cannot stand a man that does not know how to communicate. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to, but you better call me. You better call me at some point in your day. You gonna let sunrise and sunset before you call me? Talking about I knew I was gonna see you today. No, I do not like those types of excuses. That is nuts. And truth be told, Angie, he's not texting because he don't want to. Okay, he don't like you like that. In the next scene, all the ladies meet up in the ladies' lounge because it's time to get together and figure out who's going to go home. Tommy wants to know how it went down with the friends. Deanna went first and she was telling them about Khalil and how she likes how laid back he is. His vibes are just chill. So then Tay said Khalil is there for the right reasons. And with Cisco, she met his line brothers and he's a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. Girl, bye. So then Kiara talked about how Jay and her, they've been locked in and he's a relationship guy. And then here comes Sahara. Talking about, yeah, because I'm attracted to him as well. Girl, what? Sahara, girl, please don't piss me off. Where did you come from with liking Jay? I mean, I think y'all probably talked a little bit at that block party or whatever, but you've gone through several women's lounges, and now all of a sudden you like Jay? Girl, be so for real. So Kiara was basically like, well, honey, let the best woman win, child. I ain't got time to be playing with Sahara. Sahara feels like Cam is not doing enough. He's going through the process. Sahara, what do you want him to do? Child, anyway, Angie, Sahara, and Rose, they're all talking about their experience with Cam. Angie reveals that she's the youngest of 11 and she always has someone or something pulling her in every single direction, and her phone is constantly ringing. She has so much that she needs to do. And she feels like leading her is not as easy as Cam may think. Now, once she revealed that, this is what I felt. I felt that her always being independent and her hyper independence is a trauma response because she has not had anybody else to lean on. She's always had to do it herself. And so her default is to continue doing it herself so that she doesn't get let down. Ask me how I know, because I'm the same exact way. I will try to move an entire apartment full of furniture in a hatchback. I won't call you. I won't rent a U-Haul. I won't ask for help because people are never there for me and they always let me down. So for me, I don't feel like you can lead me because I'm always the leader and I always have to do everything. And so I saw in that moment that Angie just deserved a little bit of grace. And Tommy wanted to know if she told him what leading would look like for her. And she said no. And I'm like, girl, well, that's why you need to be having the conversations that matter, not sitting up texting WYD all damn day. We don't care what you're doing. You need to be talking to him so that he understands why you are the way that you are. That is insane. So then they all start discussing and what's going on and who's doing this and who's doing that. And they start talking about Hussein and meeting his friends. His friends are inappropriate, child. Quite frankly. Angie said, yeah, it's a no for me because if he wanted me, he would come and get me. And the fact that he doesn't even text me back, that would be a no. So then they move on to Naeem. Deanna called him a floater. Like, he's here, there, and everywhere. He don't really got a place, child. We like him a little bit, but we don't like him like that. Now, me personally, I'm actually shocked that he made it this far. I did not think that he was going to be in this number. I really did not. Now, she did say that she doesn't see herself in a relationship with him because, like Tommy said, the kids ain't going nowhere. So what you gonna do? And she was just like, well, no, I don't see myself in a relationship with him. Okay, so then you will be considered a floater as well. Moving forward. I don't see none of y'all in a relationship, but maybe that's just me. So now it's time for the eliminate. Hussein is going out with Angie. Hussein, honey, you should be worried because you don't even text back. She was letting it build. She didn't tell you were getting eliminated. She was letting it build. She was letting it build. So then Naeem went to meet with Tay. So, they're getting comfortable and whatnot. Hussein got right to it. Yeah, so this week y'all had the power. Honey, baby, Hussein said, yeah, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Because you got me sitting here looking how I'm looking and you looking how you looking and you probably finna get ready to eliminate me. Am I ready to love her? No. I'm like, ooh, I know that's right, y'all. So she tells him the women think he has a wall up and he doesn't text back. So then he looks at her. Now this is where I was like, okay, all of y'all trash, y'all. Oh, Lord. He looks at her and says, it's 2024 and the only thing that I hate is when somebody texts me. Well, sir, why didn't you say that? Why didn't you just keep it real and say, hey, I hate when people text me instead of that bogus excuse that you gave about, oh, I knew I was going to see you today and I got to get better at it because I've been single for so long. Why didn't you just say, I don't like texting? If you want to talk to me, call me on the under. Like you could have called me. Child, please. I mean, she told him that he was still ready to love, but after his creepy, inappropriate friends and his answer about these text messages, he can go. I said, good day. Moving forward. Back with Tay and Naeem, she told him that the women feel like he has more kids than they prefer. I said, oh, Tay's so sweet. She is so sweet. Because I would have been like, nah, Naeem. Now, you know good and dang on well that somebody was going to say something about them 5 children, them 3 children's mothers. Then we just heard about the cheating this week. You can't be telling us about the cheating this week. Anywho, they said you are not ready to love. So it took me some time. Because look, I'm your homegirl at the end of the damn day. But Tay is just so sweet, honey. She was like, you have more kids than we prefer, and you're not ready to love. I was like, oh, she's so cute. Now, he did take the news very well because he understood. And I did appreciate that about him. And I think that Naeem, at the core of him, he's a very decent guy. I do think that. But in this case, he's just not ready to love. And let's be real. He knew dang on well that 5 children is too much for any of these women. And some of them don't have any children whatsoever. So it just would have never worked. And that was the end of the episode. Y'all comment down below. Tell me if you saw this week's Ready to Love. If you did not, that's okay. I watched it for you. Hey, don't forget, Houston has a new show and I am reviewing it. Heart and Hustle Houston. Y'all come back each and every week for both reviews, okay? Y'all come back, okay? And comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.